Washington O Street, downtown Lincoln.
Welcome to Focus on UNL. I'm your host, Derek Exline. This week, we're talking with a student attending UNL. Our guest today is a junior majoring in the Department of Broadcasting. She is Heather Wolf from Larchwood, Iowa, and this is her third year at the university. It's good to have you with us, Heather.
Thanks for having me, Derek.
So what brought you to the University of Nebraska-Lincoln?
The university has a really good broadcasting department, and I was really interested in what was going on in broadcasting. I always loved TV as a kid, and I always wanted to know what the inner workings of TV and movies were, so I decided to come down here.
And why did you not choose to stay in Iowa?
Well, it's a little more expensive to come down here, just a little bit, but it's about the same once you figure in cost of living and driving. Actually, for me to drive to the University of Iowa, it takes about 6 hours, and to drive here, it's 4. So with the prices about the same, I decided that UNL would be a great choice for me. Most of my family actually went to Iowa, so I kind of wanted to be a little different, be a rebel, and so I decided to become a Husker instead of a Hawkeye.
Very interesting. You were telling me over spring break you went to Florida?
Yeah, I went down to Port St. Lucie, Florida for spring break last year. A lot of my friends were not really doing anything, so my brother called me up and invited me down to Florida to visit him. He's the head rehabilitation coordinator for the New York Mets. So I went down there and visited the Mets spring training camp.
Any interesting stories from Florida?
Yeah, I got to watch some inter-squad games that they played down there. They actually have a setup of like 4 fields, and then they have the big stadium where the major league team plays. But they have 4 smaller fields, and they're all in a big diamond shape. And I got to watch, you know, them take practice, take infield, do all that stuff. It was really interesting.
So it was interesting watching the scrimmages then.
Yeah, they stop the game a lot. The coaches come out on the field, you know, tell the pitchers what they're doing wrong. They break down batting. The outfielders usually look pretty bored out there because, you know, they stand and wait for someone to hit. But, you know, all in all, it was like watching a practice, so it was pretty fun.
Any other interesting stories from your time with the Mets?
I actually stayed with the first-round draft pick from 1998. His name's Neil Mussert. And he's from Indiana, and I stayed with him and his girlfriend, and they were really nice. They took me out. His girlfriend took me to the beach one day, and we went to some really cool eating places, crab shacks and stuff like that, stuff you don't get in Nebraska, so it was really fun.
Well, this is interesting, but we've run out of time. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Derek.
And thank you for joining us today for Focus on UNL. Join us again next week when our very special guest will be UNL Chancellor Harvey Perlman. Until then, I'm Derek Exline for Focus on UNL.